When I see somebody out there eating 350 grams of protein whenever they're training for 45 minutes a day, 5 times a week, your body's not in for long-term health. Your kidneys, your body has to process all of that protein. And if you're eating all that whenever you're only training 45 minutes, yes, it might be difficult and yes, it might be challenging. But one thing's guaranteed, your body doesn't need that amount to recover. Most of your recovery comes from a well-rounded diet. Most people rely on protein shakes and animal products. Most people are eating far too much, and if you are eating far too much, eventually your body's not going to be in the best condition that you want it to be in. I'm not saying skip protein, I'm saying get in enough protein. No more than 200 grams of protein should you need in a day. If you're training for 45 minutes 5 times a week, if you're doing more than that, there's a huge difference between the person who trains 45 minutes a day and somebody else who's training for hours on end, pushing themselves to failure, doing more than just the weights. They're doing cardio, they're doing exercises that really challenge the full body. If you do that consistently and you're doing that 6 times a week, then you are going to need more food, you are going to need more fuel. Unfortunately, most people accept a mediocre workout and then they focus on getting in that huge amount of protein. That's overwhelming for the body. The more you use it, the more it ignites it. You need to look at your body like it's on fire. If you're constantly pushing and growing and going ahead and pushing, that's a lot different than someone who puts in a bit of a workout and then they relax the rest of the day. That's not somebody who's on fire. That's somebody who lit a short fire and then it went out. You don't need the amount of food and the amount of protein that you're eating if you're only doing a small workout. If you do put it in, if you do go to failure and you do a long workout and there's constantly different activities that you do and things that are challenging, and you come away from those activities feeling depleted and you know you need to get in that nourishment, then that's a hell of a lot different than somebody who finished and thinks I'm just going to eat as much protein as I can to get bigger. The bigger you will get is from doing the workouts and pushing past previous limits, and then it's going to be fuel that you get outside of that that's going to help, but it's more in the workout than it is in the recovery. Recovery is always going to be there. You're always going to be getting in the right food. You're always going to have the opportunity for rest. Most people are unwilling to put in that effort in the gym. Whenever you put in that effort in the gym, you're going to find the food you need. You're going to find the rest that you need because your body has to have it. That's whenever you start to work out differently. That's whenever you start to change up what most people are doing. A lot of people focus on the diet and the rest because it's easy. But whenever they work out, they do just enough. Whenever you're putting in every bit of effort that you have in the gym, you leave there differently. You now start to think differently. You have to have everything on point to make sure that you can fuel yourself. Then you eat the right amount of protein. Then your diet is well balanced. You notice how all these different foods start to give you the energy that you used to not have. Your water's on point, because if you're dehydrated, you can't do that next workout the next day. Everything has to be on point. That's a high standard person. That's a high performance person.